Ladies and gentlemen, now Mr. Tinubu for Nigeria, including Nigeria, okay, they have actually bowed to Burkina Faso Captain Ibrahim Traoré, okay. Now, if you don't actually like this, I really love this particular development here because it is actually going to intensify the kind of peace we actually have amongst our African states here. Now, let me read this to you hearing here. It says that, according to training, so they said that Burkina Faso releases Nigerian Air Force aircraft and 11 soldiers detained following the aircraft's earlier forced landing after diplomatic talks. Okay, now Bola Tinubu, the president for Nigeria, has actually sent his delegation to Burkina Faso to meet the president, His Excellency Captain Ibrahim Traoré, okay? And they actually went there to apologize. And guess what? After apologizing to Captain Ibrahim Traoré and Burkina Faso, or the EES, trust me, they actually beg one particular thing here, and I really love it. Trust me. This proves that Nigeria is indeed or honestly the giant of Africa. And let me show you everything step by step in this required video. Please don't forget to actually like this video, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell because in this community we discuss issues about Africa. So join us now. Now, this particular video happened to be a closed door meeting that they actually have, okay? The foreign minister for Nigeria actually made a request from, Burkina Faso President Captain Ibrahim Traoré. And I actually want you to watch this video step by step. This part happened to be the part where they actually televised everything when the minister actually made the announcement. But this particular part here happened to be a closed door, okay? Closed door meeting, one-on-one was meeting with the management of Nigeria and Burkina Faso when they actually was made their request. I want you to watch this part, and understand everything. Listen with a rapt attention, please.
We're here, Honorable Minister for Foreign Affairs, the head of the government delegation of the President, and the DGNI of the I wanted to say
show me video. Okay.
Extremely happy and elated to see you in good health, and we bring warm greetings and felicitations from His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He has been very concerned about the situation and has been in touch with since what had transpired, and today when we arrived in Ouagadougou, we met with President Ibrahim Traoré.
Ladies and gentlemen, in case you actually missed what they said, okay, remember, forgive me, this particular part of the video happened to be a closed door meeting that actually happened between the delegation of Nigeria, okay, being led by, Honorable Yusuf, that is the foreign minister for Nigeria, okay. Now, according to this particular legal, reports here, they actually had this particular closed door meeting, and that was when the foreign minister for Nigeria actually reaffirmed everything that he actually was said when they were televising it, okay. And guess what? This shows how matured Tinubu and his team are. This shows how diplomatic Nigeria, your leaders are. Trust me, they actually was not pretending. Let me show you here, and let me also shock you here. Let us decode what actually was not happening. Okay, now before I actually tells you whatever they actually was discussed in closed door here, ladies and gentlemen, in case you didn't actually hear it clearly here, let me actually give you this. After that, okay, the Nigerian foreign minister, Mr. Yusuf, or Honorable Yusuf, actually came here on Twitter to actually publish this here. He said that Nigeria continues to prioritize dialogue and regional cohesion in its engagement across West Africa. I led a high-level Nigerian delegation to Burkina Faso on behalf of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, official blah blah blah, to convey his message of solidarity to President Ibrahim Traoré and engage on shared regional priorities. The visit allowed us to review pathways for strengthening Nigeria-Burkina Faso relations and advancing regional integration through sustained dialogue. We also resolved the matter concerning Nigerian Air Force pilot and crew, reaffirming the effectiveness of diplomacy and addressing sensitive issues. And aside that, he also attached the pictures, the video, everything that actually took place here. Okay, if you actually go to his his page on Twitter, you're going to definitely get this. Okay, now ladies and gentlemen, what actually worried me is that what broke my heart is that if I actually come down here, some patriotic West Africans here, you're going to get their comments here, and some Nigerians and some Africans who were actually expecting violence to happen, you are definitely also going to get their comment here. Look, this person says that, okay, this person says that you have done well. Let the spirit of Africa prevail so that no such hostilities happen again. The honest unity of Africa is needed for total emancipation and progress of Africa. Yes, I really love this. But let's go down. Traore is liking Nigeria. Okay, this person is from Nigeria. He said that, that is, Ariwa source. He said that Traore is liking Nigeria took the diplomat path. He couldn't have flashed out and arrested by our military. Good job. So now, this one actually tear my heart. Let's go down a bit. This lady here, I don't know whether it's a lady or a guy behind. He said that, look, he said that, why is Nigeria apologizing to Burkina Faso's military rulers for an emergency landing due to a technical issue? We are the giant of Africa. Tinubu should stand firm. This really pains me. If we actually go down, we have a lot of comments like this from Nigerians. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're actually watching it from Nigeria, trust me, guys, this is the best and a professional diplomatic step that has actually been taken by your Nigerian presidency. And in case you don't actually understand it, look, trust me, for instance, I am 25 years and you are 13 good years or 15 good years and have actually offended you. Don't you think it is diplomatic enough for me at 25 good years to come down and apologize to you? Don't actually think so. Do you actually it, right? And remember, Nigeria is claiming the fact that it is the giant of Africa. So you have to make sure that you practice it. You have to make sure that you practice it on the ground so that others can actually watch you and learn something from you. So those of you Nigerians who were actually expecting Nigeria, Mr. Tinubu to attack Burkina Faso because you believe that what they did was actually wrong. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, because of this particular diplomatic step that has actually been taken by the delegation from Nigeria and Tinubu, do you actually know what is actually going to impact Nigeria and other West African states? Let me explain to you in case you don't know. Let's discuss the request that was actually made. This is the request that was actually made by the Foreign Affairs Minister for Nigeria, okay, to Burkina Faso and Captain Ibrahim Traoré. And indeed, I call this diplomacy. Listen with a rapt attention. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to actually become part of us by subscribing in case you haven't already, okay? Thank you so much, those of you who have actually become part of this community here. Now, the Foreign Affairs Minister for Nigeria actually said something here, okay? He said, and I want to quote him, he said that we also discussed other issues concerning how we can collaborate as well as with other countries in our region to fight terrorism, and Burkina Faso has recorded significant successes in the fight against terrorism, said the Nigerian Minister of Foreign Affairs. So have you actually seen the diplomatic step that they have actually taken to Burkina Faso? Have you actually seen what they can actually end? And of course, if Nigeria actually end up succeeding in a fight significantly against terrorism, don't actually believe that Nigerians, you are going to be free from this particular dirty and bitter or unexpected terrorism experience that you guys have actually been going through. So this is something that you people, I actually expected you Nigerians to pray for, that Nigeria and the AES, they can actually collaborate in such a way that Nigeria can also fight massively against terrorism. You understand me? In the country. So the Foreign Affairs Minister for Nigeria actually said this, that they actually discussed other issues about how they can simply collaborate with other African states here in West Africa. And mostly he said that, look, significantly, Burkina Faso has actually They have actually fought successively against terrorism in this particular region. So if you are, for instance, you are 30 years and I am 20 good years, and if I'm actually succeeding in the field that you are also struggling to also succeed, don't you think it is good for you to come down to me, collaborate with me, learn something from me, so that I can also help you, or you can actually learn something how you can also navigate or meander your ways to make sure that you also create the kind of success you want for yourself in the same field. Don't actually think that this happens to be a diplomatic approach for you. So it is better, whatever you're struggling with, if someone is actually doing it with, doing it and succeeding, it is the best for you to collaborate with the person and make sure that you're going to get the significant keys, the significant knowledge that the person is actually using to fight against the problems that you have actually been struggling with. So this is something that a lot of Ghanaians and other Africans, we were actually expecting and praying to happen to Nigeria, where you people can actually massively fight against terrorism. So this happened to be a diplomatic way that has actually, the diplomatic way that Nigeria, you can actually use with the AES or Burkina Faso to fight terrorism. Learn from them. Learn from them. Ladies and gentlemen, you call yourself Giant of Africa. Giant of Africa, it needs to be shown. It needs to be to be envisioned practically in the material world. Prove it. You understand me? Don't just some of you Nigerians who say that it pains you that your elders or your national executives, they went to Burkina Faso for this incident here. Those of you actually thinking, don't think negatively. You have to think in such a way that it is actually going to add value to you and your neighbor, that you people actually residing in the same region. So I really respect this. We want Africa to come together, ladies and gentlemen. We want Africa to be united. So if there is a misunderstanding between your country and Burkina Faso or the AES, don't try to escalate it. Okay, just assume that Burkina Faso or the AES, they are fighting with Nigeria seriously every single day. And at the same time, okay, so when this happens and you are military, they are focusing on the war instead of focusing on their terrorism. Don't you think that by the time that they will finish with the AES and come back, many people will have been taken by this, by this terrorist. Don't you think so? You understand me? So we want them to come together so that any issues, any negative experiences that West African states we have actually been going through, most especially the Sahel state like terrorism and Nigeria, terrorism that these people actually was facing. We are praying that they can come together, African states, we can come together and fight the enemies of Africa. And of course, just raise the flag of African sovereignty. And you people, you said it pains you that your elders or your national executives, they took the most diplomatic step to Burkina Faso. Look, if you're 10 years, I'm 2 years, you offend me and you said, oh great, Charlie, forgive me for that. Look, it shows how mature you are. It shows how professional you are. You understand me? And of course, people can simply learn from you. But a situation whereby you are proud of yourself, you are arrogant because you are leading me in terms of something. Look, calm down. Sometimes you have to calm down and learn something from those that you think that you're superiors, you're superiors to. You understand me? So this happened to be the most diplomatic step that has actually been taken by Mr. Tinubu and his delegation to Burkina Faso. Thank you so much, Mr. Tinubu. And if I happen to be in Nigeria and you don't actually want this, then I don't know what is actually wrong with you, because this is really going to improve what we call the regional peace we have here, and we can actually together fight against anything that is actually giving our people negative experiences here. The Foreign Affairs Minister for Nigeria also did something diplomatically. Okay, guess what? After this, or after everything here, he also added that, look, recently there was one particular Nigerian politician who actually remarked that the 11 detained soldiers in Burkina Faso, the Burkina Faso as a nation or whatever, they actually maltreated them. Yes, they ill-treated them, which means that they treated them badly. So this remark here actually almost was spread everywhere on social media. So this particular foreign minister actually denounced it. He actually criticized it, and he said Mr. Tinubu and all of them, they actually distancing themselves from that particular remark or statement that was actually made by the Nigerian politicians in Nigeria. Okay, according to the foreign minister, he said that they were actually treated well. So this is something that we always expect that it will happen peacefully like this, without them using any gunfire to solve issues like this. Okay, this is something simple and diplomatically. You see how Tinubu, together with Captain Ibrahim Traoré, they have actually solved it. And I know that, you know, some of you were not actually expecting this, by shame of you, because we want Nigeria to grow, we want, you know, Africa to grow, and we want us to be liberated completely. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this video. Join us now. That's why we do here every single day, by subscribing and turn on the notification bell. Share this video with at least one patriotic Africans like you.